Hello, everybody. Today I'm here at the next Hellos for Dr. Mario World, and this is the final world. They have confirmed it. I actually made a video called Dr. Mario World is Ending that I was going to upload today, unless there were new levels, and thankfully they added more levels, so this is going to be the final world. I do not know if there are going to be any more clinic events or skill summits, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And if there are more, how many more? How long are they going to keep going? We know this is the final world, so is there any more events whatsoever? The game is officially ending in November, so there's still a bit of time where they could add stuff, but I imagine they would want to wrap up new stuff as soon as possible. And they could have easily, as well, ended it on a nice 30, and they're very nice in adding one more world. I really appreciate that. I didn't talk about what I did in this level at all, but I just brought in Ludwig, and I think that's probably your best bet. I actually played this one once with Wario and I lost, so Ludwig just clears all the ice out of the middle of the stage, which makes it really easy to get to the viruses that you need to clear. And every capsule is going to be the same, so your strategy can virtually be the same as mine, aside from the floating viruses changing things up. For this one, you can get a game over, so get rid of the top red and blues, just in case. You don't want to risk getting a game over, and maybe it's even best to get rid of a couple of rows of reds and blues just to be careful, but you really, you're going to get a lot of reds and blue capsules, so they're going to get wasted anyway, so you might as well just clear some viruses as you go. That's what I would recommend, honestly. And then try to clear the yellows with as few capsules as possible. As you can see, I line up stuff so I can get 3 of them at a time, and that way you can get rid of the yellows as fast as possible and get to the reds and blues sections quicker. And you have to go all the way down to the bottom until all the purple coins in that middle section are gone. I think this is going to be the last scroll that's going to matter. You can see the reds and blues are pretty close to the top of the screen now. Now they're unlocked, so I want to just make sure to clear the stuff before, again, there's a chance of getting a game over. I think there's only one more way to scroll though, so I would be fine. But still, it is a little scary. And then at this point, you just kind of clear stuff. I accidentally put a red capsule in between the 2 yellows there, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to have more yellows than reds regardless. And then just try to clear these as best you can as well, so you can have a good amount of capsules at the end to make sure you get 3 stars. I don't know who to recommend for this one. I don't know. Wario's pretty great. I really don't know who to suggest. No one's going to be all that helpful in the grand scheme of things. Just for the ice viruses, maybe Ludwig again, but I don't know. I feel like that's not that great of a choice. Anyways, we'll probably get Wario's skill one last time here. Oh, never mind, we will not. But it doesn't matter, because we already have 3 stars, and we ended with 3 capsules remaining, just in case. So let's move on. Also, I didn't find any of these levels to be too difficult yet, but this is the final world, so if they're going to make any difficult levels, I suppose now would be the time. But yeah, so far so good. We've got one more section of time stages in the next area as well, so that'll be cool to see. Anyways, there's not a lot to talk about with strategy at the beginning of this level, so I'm curious what you guys think about the game ending. And are you sad? Are you relieved to be done? Have you been keeping up? Are you behind? Do you plan on playing all the stages? Are you hoping there's more events coming? I'm curious about all your thoughts on the end of the game. And like I said, I have a video all about that. That'll come out, I guess, after all the levels are done. I think that's when I'll try to release it, once they have finished all the levels, because that basically is my thoughts on the game ending in general. and the future of my channel after it ends. But we're not quite there yet. I wasn't sure at the time of making that video if that was going to happen or not, so with these cannons I would just try to hit at least get one set facing downwards and give it a rest. There's not a lot they can do for you. I suppose you could have them aim to the middle and destroy the crates there, because those can actually be quite annoying towards the end. And actually I'm an idiot. You should definitely do that, because all the floating viruses are lined up for you. It's going to be super easy to get them. You should definitely go for the middle with a few of those at least. Actually, I think you have to do all of them to get the crates completely destroyed. And that's definitely what the level wants you to do. I'm an idiot, but that's okay, because I still beat it. I did cut it very close, to be fair. But we'll have to watch it and see what happens exactly. We get a lot of stuff lining up super nicely as well. I'm trying my hardest to not let any crates spawn in. I believe the flask only spawns in colored crates, and obviously that one only spawns in shells. And if you're an idiot like me and don't destroy the middle crates, you're really going to hope that a shell lines up with them so that you can get a few more hits on those an easier way, you know. Otherwise it's going to be pretty cramped to actually get some hits on those. But we have all the other crates we need to get destroyed. And you just need to get that key down to the lock, or the door at the bottom. So we also just have a few more viruses to hit. We're going to get Warrior Skill one last time as well. I probably should have just left the yellow virus for a second and tried to destroy the crates. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to win anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't have mattered in my mind. So we get this yellow one here to destroy that, and then we get 3 more capsules. I line up these blues and do absolutely nothing with them. And then I place that down. I'm trying to destroy this blue shell here. Another one lines up, so it's a bit easier to destroy. And then all I have to do is destroy that one last piece of the crate. And I do have a double yellow, so I bring it down. And I had just enough. And man, I had so many awful choices in that round. And I still came back, so with a good amount of luck, even with poor amount of skill, you can do just fine. This one took me the longest by far. It's very annoying. There are 4 different colors you can get, and you need specific colors like at all times. So if they're not giving you the color you need, they can really screw you. Because they can do that. It really can. I would recommend it right away at the beginning. It's always going to give you a double red at the beginning. Just destroy the crate up top so you know what you're going for next. I'd say that's probably your best bet. And then you get to that electric bomb, and then you go for the green lock first. So in my case, I need to destroy that blue virus right there, and then I bring stuff down for the green one. And then I'd recommend going in through the top here. And at my experience, maybe this isn't all the time, but most of the time, it seemed like a red one was right on top of that red lock. So once you destroy this green one, a red one should be right there. Maybe it's not always the case, but it happened multiple times for me. So, and then I also got that blue one to line up. I know that doesn't happen every time, so that was some good luck as well. And then you can kind of just get the yellow whenever you'd like, I suppose. And also make sure to get some of the viruses that are in awkward situations, especially the ones that are being covered by a block, and you have to kind of work your way underneath them and everything. Like you can see what I mean. The ones that are wedged in between blocks. And all of the blocks that are like breakable are going to have viruses in them, so make sure you break those as well. I did try bringing Wendy, and it just didn't seem good enough. And I doubt I would have gotten a good enough score either. You get her skill so late into it. I suppose if you brought in a skill up assistant and you got it right away, I don't know how I feel about that. I destroyed that red one by doing that there. But the blue isn't going to be so easy either. I don't remember exactly how I end up doing it. I think I place, yeah. So I get rid of the green and then I place this double yellow on top of it, which I suppose works just as well. And then I can destroy both of these blues at the same time. And then I get warrior skill right here, I think. Right here. And then we bring a few more down, and then when I get to 5, King Boo triggers. And while I think I could have beat the stage without him, especially if I didn't have that green sitting there, but I don't think I would have gotten 3 stars. I would have only had 2 capsules at this point. Yeah, I don't think there was any way I would have gotten 3 stars, so King Boo actually did come through to give me enough points. But again, if I had done a little bit of a better work with my capsules, that wouldn't have happened. Like that red and the green one, it should have been just the red on top, and then I wouldn't have had the green one in the way, and I would have cleared it with way more capsules than I ended up clearing it with. Anyways, this is another one where it's going to give you all reds all the time, so your strategy can be almost entirely the same. And there are going to be a few differences, especially in this next section here, but you can do that section exactly as I did it. This section here, the flowing viruses are going to change it up a little bit. You could have some good luck, you can have some bad luck, who knows. I like bringing that down to that section. Hopefully that red one lines up with another one, and then you can aim for that one. If nothing lines up, you're just going to have to go for another one. Those went nicely together. These are all in one area, so these are going to be nicest as well. That's the best way I figure out I can do it. Then these line up as well. And then that one lines up again, and the capsule I have at the bottom lines up too. And then I make sure to destroy that bomb. Now for this one, bring out a bunch of capsules before you do this, because there are going to be some extra capsule pieces, and if you are able to get them with 5, you'll have a much better chance of beating the level in the long run, because the last section takes a lot of capsules, so make sure you have a good amount by then. And even with all these capsules, I still end up being 1 short, so keep that in mind as well. So you can see, I only have 1 singular capsule, so I have to bring in another double one. I then get a rainbow capsule somewhere in there though, so if I would have just had a regular one instead, then it would have had the same effect. And then I just have a few more crates to destroy at the end of all of that. Now we open up to the final section here, which is super annoying. There's not an easy way to get to any of the viruses at this point, so you just gotta pick a block and start going through it. I went for one of the ones that has the flowing virus in it. I think that makes the most sense. And then hopefully that flowing virus will go in a nice spot, either to help you break some more blocks or line up next to a virus that you can clear later. And you want them to line up next to each other, not underneath or above, as that one did just a second ago, because that just makes it a little bit more annoying. But actually, that ended up clearing pretty nicely, so I can't complain too much. And then it lines up next to this block here, which also really helps out. End up destroying both those blocks, because we'll have to do that eventually anyways. Then I break into this one, bring down a double, start working on that one line of flowing virus. Lines up perfectly with where I'm going next. There would have been my chance for King Boo to trigger, but I don't need them because we end with 4 capsules remaining. So, pretty great all in all. It could have been 5 capsules if I would have gotten that 1 extra capsule piece. But anyways, those are all the levels for today. Hopefully I'll get the next set out quickly too. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.